Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whatever time you're watching this. I'm really ready to start some conscious conversations, though my voice is a little off because I have a little head cold and I'm going to see how this sounds. If it's too irritating, I will delete this. But I want to start a group of conversations around psychic development. I'm going to share with you some of my experiences, and I'm sure you're going to be able to resonate with some of them. And maybe I could help you in some small way, perhaps, understand deeper and more how to develop the parts you really want to develop that would aid and assist you in your daily life. uh, when I watch YouTube, I learn a lot of things. I research, I use the videos on YouTube, like while I'm cleaning up or working around the house or driving. I listen to something to educate myself. So I'm thinking maybe you enjoy that. So maybe I will do these so there won't be me on the screen talking to you. It will be more like a podcast and you can listen whenever you want. Maybe you're washing the dishes and it would be a good time to do this. So here we go. The first one's going to be about premonitions. Premonitions are kind of a foreboding feeling or intuition. Have you had these before? I bet you have. I know when I would have them, I would try to dismiss them. It's not a very pleasant thing. And I don't understand why we have them necessarily. Because my premonitions, well, they might have been used to protect me or my family a time or two, but most of the time it was more just me picking up energy. I'll give you a couple of examples. Well, it started when I was very young, before teenage, before puberty. Um, Specifically, a couple of times I'll be general because two times were very similar, and I couldn't go to sleep at night. And I was walking the floor. I may be more puberty at this time because I think I was working a little part time job. I would come home at night and I couldn't go to sleep because I remember leaving Johnny Carson on. That'll show you how old I am. So, and I would just, my parents were like, "What's up?" I'm like, "Yeah, I just need to stay up to wind down." Sometimes I would tell my mom, "I just have a bad feeling." And she's like, "Yeah, I kind of have that too." I'm pretty sure she had this, didn't know what to do with it. And then both of these times, something tragic had happened. Like the next morning, the phone rang like at 6 a.m., something very early. I was asleep in my bed down the hall, but I immediately jumped because I knew. And on that particular time, a friend, uh, two of our friends had drowned, a man and his son, and it was at a camping, like a church camp get together. Don't remember if it's Boy Scouts, but something like that. And my brother almost drowned. The other time it was my uncle had been in a horrible car wreck. He ended up being in a coma for like 3 months. So, what's the purpose? Just knowing. I don't know if it's supposed to prepare our physiology, perhaps. I don't pretend to know this, understand the workings of the spirit world. What I can share with you is how I've learned to navigate. Another time, I was younger at this time. My dad and aunt were going to take a drive across town. And in our little town, that was not more than 20 minutes. It was like, and they said, "What kids want to go?" Because we were all gathered for a dinner. And so several kids were in, and I couldn't decide. I remember walking in the kitchen and just saying, "Mama, I don't know if I should go or not. I just can't decide." And of course, she didn't know what was going on. She said, "For Pete's sakes, just make up your mind, and do it." Well, I did end up going, and we had a wreck. We had a car wreck. Gratefully, nobody was horribly hurt, though I'm quite sure we had angels with us because a large truck rear-ended us, and the seat where us little kids were, the back seat was pushed all the way against the front seat, yet none of our little legs were hurt. Somehow we're okay. But, that could have been a possibility of saying, well, let me let me just say over the years what I have learned. When that happens, I don't go. Once I had tickets to go somewhere in Utah, me and my daughter, and she wasn't real happy about this because at the last minute, I canceled our flight. I said, I'm having that feeling. That's all I would say. I'm having that feeling. Don't think we should go. So maybe that's what I learned from that. Uh, so I just want to start this. I won't make it too long because of my voice. I'm not sure how this is sounding for you guys, but I'm going to do a series of these of the different ways my gifts came to light. As a little girl, I did not understand this. And as I got older into teenage years, I was very busy with different things I was doing, not thinking about any of this. And I really would shut this down. I didn't want to have these feelings, they were not fun. And I had no one to talk to, no one to help me. So I'm hoping I might can be that someone for a few people. Um, but this was just the beginning, and we'll go deeper on my next video. But tell me below, does this resonate? When did your premonitions start? Did you learn how to get messages from them? And I'll tell you what, in my next video, I'm going to begin by telling you how I learned to recognize what's a premonition versus just being a worry wart, or a mommy worrying about her kids, or me worrying about a family member, just my little worry wart stuff, because I can definitely do that too. And I will give you a little process I used of how to differentiate. Have a great day. Look forward to talking soon. Much love.